Okay, friends, this is a class of basic chemistry of part 2. If you don't see my basic chemistry part 1, then go and see it. After that, you have to understand the basic knowledge about the chemistry, because part 1 is the very much informative part, and this is the start. We have to start the part 2 from there. Okay, see here what happens. In the previous class we have discussed that what is the molecule, what is compound, what is element, and what is an atom. Okay, now we have to go for next thing. Okay, what is this here? See here, you all know that chemistry means this is the formations of bond. This is the formation of bond, and this we can otherwise say that this is the combinations. This can be a combination reaction, that can be a displacement reaction, that can be a your reduction reactions. There is several type of reactions. That means what is reactions? First we have to know what is reaction. See here, a reaction means maybe formation of bond, deformation of bond, or maybe both are happening in a one equation. Both are happening in one equation. Okay, that means we can take a simple example for that reactions about the chemical reaction. See here, if we add zinc Zn with our sulfuric acid, don't worry, we have to discuss everything, because as this is the reaction, so we have to start it from reaction, and we have to first go towards the example. That's why I am going to this one. Okay, when Zn mix with sulfuric acid, that means H2SO4, then it forms ZnSO4 zinc sulfide with a ball of hydrogen gas. Then see here, this is our reactant. Reactant means that two are mixed to form that one, and this is the symbol of rise, and this is the direction. This we can say that this is also direction, because if we add these two, we can find this one, and this is our product side. Okay, see here what happened here, that Zn replace the H2 and mix with SO4 and formation of a zinc sulfide. After that H2 comes out, because of there is some rules, and that is some reactivity rule that we have discussed again in next class. Okay, but now we have to discuss this one. Okay, wait for the file. Okay, see here, if this is the reaction, and why we go for this one, as we know that the compound molecule, that means hydrogen, nitrogen, then what is this? When that hydrogen and nitrogen and any other compound mix with each other, then forms another compound, then form another compound, and we also know that this is called the chemical reaction. This is called as chemical reaction. Okay, now this is a several ways to form the chemical bond, or reaction. Okay, several way to form. That may be a mutual bond, that may be a sharing bond. There is different type of bond. We have to again discuss that part in next video. So now we have to go to again basic theory. As we know that hydrogen means hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. See here, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. Okay, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, name this one. Okay, this is in a, you can say that we can write this one to this one. Yes, we can, but after the discovery of that element, after an analyzing of scientists all are going to know that these are in a proper format. They should be in a proper format. How their format will generate? Okay, how their format will generate? See here. According to their, you know that everything is a neutral. In according to our previous video, everything is neutral object. How it is neutral? The number of proton is equal to number of electron. That's why that are hydrogen, helium, everything is neutral because of this one. Okay, how? Because number of proton should be equal to number of electron. Okay, then comes here. According to a analyzation, hydrogen having a one proton, one electron. Okay. After that, next analyzation, helium having two proton, two electron. In that way, this will be organized. 5 positive, everything is a positive here, and this is the negative. So, according to this, atomic number are arranged. Okay. So, it also helps to the its atomic mass. How and why? Because we know that every atom consists of neutron, proton as well as electron. Okay, and the mass of that atom is depend upon that nucleus which contain the positive charge and neutron. So according to the positive charge and neutron, hydrogen having the only one positive charge, and lithium helium having the two positive. Then tell me one thing, which is the greater, which having the greater nucleus or which has greater mass should be 2, because that 2 means this is the proton, and the mass of the helium is totally dependent upon the nucleus, and nucleus contain 2 proton, and here that our hydrogen contain 1 proton. Then which having the greater mass should be helium. So our atomic mass also arranged by this formula, and this is clearly described in our periodic table. And periodic table is it takes one class only to understand the periodic table. Periodic table is not for defining the proton, electron, and the that atomic mass. This is a very, according to me, that our periodic table is a great discover of science, or great discover of science, and I salute that scientist who discovered that periodic table. This is a great invention for us. Okay, this table having a so much thing to understand. I'll take a special class on that periodic table. Okay, then see here, hydrogen, helium, lithium, helium. Okay, after that we have to go for octet state. Okay, octet state. Before going to octet state, we have to find some general thing that you have always seen in the chemistry. You know that oxygen is represented by O, but maximum case it is written as O2, and this one is the correct form of oxygen. We can't write the O because of some rule, and that oxygen always in the O2 format, and the hydrogen also in H2 format. Why this is the O2, this is the, we know that this is S, this is O, then why you write that H2O2? That is special reason, because of to attain their octet state, Okay, what is the octet state? Okay, listen. Octet state is the state where the outer shell of a atom is fulfilled by the electron. See, what is this? We all know that our proton and neutron represent in the nucleus. Okay, that means if this is a atom, that proton and neutron is here. Okay, proton and neutron is here. The revolving of the electron are revolving around them. Okay, clear? This is not the way of revolving. That means they are not scatteredly revolved. They are revolved in a proper manner. Okay, that means every atom, You can every element of the world always form a particular, if this is the atom and this is the nucleus. After that there is a ring like structure. See here, this is the ring like structure called cell. This is the ring like structure called cell. There are several rings, but we have to just think about three things because we have a short class to say short class and we have complete early. This is a ring and this is a ring, and actually this is not ring. According to chemistry, this is called as cell, and that cell known as K cell. First cell is your K cell. Remember, next cell is your L cell. L cell, and this cell is your M cell. This is the cell which are in which the electron are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, and the K cell also contains some electron. See here, electron does not flow here. Electron on the that cell, and after the electron always revolving through the cell. Okay, that K cell having max to max, it can contain 2 electron. Remember, it can contain 2 electron. That L cell can contain 8 electron, and that M cell can also contain 8 electron. That means we can put 2 electron. We can put more than 2 electron in K cell. If there is any remaining electron, they goes to the M cell, next cell. This goes to this cell. If any electron left, and this also contain max 8 electron. After that 8 electron, if there is any other electron, then this goes to M cell. It also contain 8 electron. In this way, the number of 336 just mistakenly see. If you have any other electron, then it will be go to next cell, but we have to discuss only 3 cell for basic concept. Okay, see here. Then now we have to go for the this is called electric configurations of a atom. This is called electronic configuration. This is called electronic configuration of a atom. That means we have to describe the atom and we have to show the internal part of atom, then we can electronic configuration. Okay, then see here, still now we does not go to the octet state. Okay, we have to know the first basic, then we have to go to octet state. Okay, complete. This is the case. In that way, we have to first go for now we have to go for the electronic configuration of each element shown in that line. Okay, just this element. See here, hydrogen. Hydrogen means this is the proton. We does not have discuss about proton. We always discuss about electron, because electron are in the outer side of a electron. That's why we have to always discuss outer side of a atom. That's why we have to discuss always on electron. Okay, see here, this is a electron. That means we don't have to do this one, because this is only having a cell K cell. We don't have to do. This is the electron, and as we know, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Electron is 1. Remember also 1 in atomic number. This is the hydrogen and this is the configurations. And also you can remember electron, proton. You can write this is also 1, this is also 1. Okay. If we go to helium, then this can be in He. This is 2, this is 2, this is 2. If you go to atomic number, here is the state of atomic number, here is the electronic configuration, here is the electron, here is the proton. Okay, 3. Then we can go to lithium, and the lithium having 3, 1, 2, and next electron is here, and this is your lithium, and 3, This also 3. Then beryllium. Beryllium nucleus is Be. First cell contain 2. As first cell completed, then go to next cell. This is the 4. This is the 4. Boron. B. Boron as the atomic number 5. It also contains 5 electron. Here is the electronic configuration of boron. It contains 5 electrons, and this is 5. This is also 5. Okay. In that way, we can convert any element into their electronic configuration, and we can now able to know number of electron, number of proton present in that particular atom. So this is accordingly that atomic number. Okay. Now go for next thing. See here, very important, very most important. You know the term valency. Valency is always a problematic word for a child. Okay. So now we have to go for discuss the valency, and this is the most important part. Remember, octet is not coming still now. That means if you go in that way, if you want to find the electronic configuration of neon, you can find it by in that way. Neon having 2 in first cell, and as the neon is 10, see here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Second cell 2 is gone, then next 8 2 4 6 8. If you have doubt, then I'll again tell you. See, Na having the atomic number 10. As atomic number 10, number of electrons should be 10. As number of electrons should be 10, atomic number of proton also 10. Now we have to arrange that in a format, ring format. See here, first cell, we know that first cell is the K cell, and the K cells having maximum capacity of 2 electron completed. After that, next cell having the maximum capacity 8. This also filled up, and after that 2 plus 8, 10 electron also arranged. 10 electron also arranged. So there is nothing electron to go for next cell, and there is no space in the also M cell. This is very most important, remember. After that, we have to go to argon. As per our periodic table, argon, atomic number of argon is 18. Atomic number of argon is 18. As 18, electron should be 18 and proton should be 18. Okay. Electron should be 18 and proton should be 18. Then how can we arrange that argon? See here. This is your argon. First cell contain 2 electron. That means, see here, this is the 18. Here 2 electron gone. Second cell maximum, we have to give maximum to second cell 8. Completed. That means 10 electron are gone now. K cell completed, complete. M cell complete. There is another 8 electron which is arranged in N cell. This also in complete format. See here, that Na having a complete format, argon having a complete format, and that helium having also a complete format. From there, see here how they are equal. Helium, see here, helium having 2 electron, and the K cell of helium contain both of 2. There is no rest or there is no space in K cell. This is completed. But in case of hydrogen, as hydrogen having 1 electron, hydrogen also contain 1 electron K cell. But now K cell is not fulfilled. This also require another electron to complete. Yes or no? Just listen. Then lithium having 3 electron. 3 electron means it should be contain 2 electron K cell, and next cell would be having 1 electron. And as 1 electron is present in the next cell, the next cell we can say that next cell is completed. Neither next cell is completed. Can you say that K cell is complete, M cell is complete? Can you say that? Sorry, this will be L cell. Sorry. This will be your L cell. L cell, L cell. Okay. Can you see that L cell is no? L cell is not complete. Here also same thing. K cell is complete. Next L cell is L cell complete? No. Okay. But see here, it is only having a one cell K cell which is complete cell. It is having two cell, one is K cell, another is the L cell. First K cell completed by 2, L cell completed by 8, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. So this is a complete and this is a complete. That complete pattern, complete atom, the state of that complete atom is known as the octet state. See here, that the state of helium, neon, argon, which is shown in the figure, is in octet state. We can say that octet state. Besides these three, there is another three which is also in octet state in our periodic table: helium, neon, argon, xenon, radon, and krypton. These six are always in octet state, which is called as the, remember, noble gas. It is also another class. Okay, this is another class. This will take a lot of time to complete that noble gas. Okay, this is called the noble gas. This is called this one. Okay, this is the reason, as every atom, that H, lithium, beryllium, boron, every atom, oxygen, fluorine, nitrogen, carbon, every atom wants to be in that state. All are want to be in octet state, but their electronic configuration does not allow this. So it want to be anyhow. It is in the form of that octet state. Okay, so they were doing their best to form that octet state. Okay, they were doing their best to form the octet state. Now we have to go for valence. Okay, completed. Octet state completed. Octet state is the state at which the cell of any atom is complete manner. Nothing, no extra electron or no gap in that cell. Okay, complete. Then comes to valency. Okay, we have doing the valence here because valence is totally related on this one. Now we are confirmed that all atom having a tendency, either lose to electron or gain some electron. This is the tendency to go to their octet state, and that pre-installed octet state, we can say the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Okay, this is the pre-installed octet state. Okay, this is the octet state. So all atoms, that means all atoms having a tendency either to gain or to lose electrons to attain octet state. This is most important. That means the number of electron that the atom should lose or gain is known as the valency of that electron. Of that atom. Okay. That means tell me one thing. What is the valency of that hydrogen? As hydrogen want to complete its K cell, it wants to gain an electron from anywhere. That's why, as it wants to gain an electron from anywhere, we can say that hydrogen having valency 1. If we discuss about helium is complete cell, so helium having no valency. As helium having no valency, helium is called as the noble gas or inert gas. Okay, that is in the octet state. Okay, and to gain the octet hydrogen having only gain one electron from anywhere. Then come to lithium. In case of lithium having a K cell is completed and that Al cell is not completed. Al cell is not completed as okay. In that a valency of lithium should be what? See here. This is the L cell, and in that L cell there is only one extra electron present. That means if that K cell contains that 2 electron, that means K cell is now fulfilled, and the cell L cell having only a single electron which is not fulfilled. So either it takes 7 another electron to fulfill its L cell, otherwise it lose this electron to fulfill their K cell only. So easy that we have to take one electron, loss of 1 electron, so valence is 1 also 1. If we go to in the case of beryllium, in that way either beryllium gains 6 electron to be octet state, otherwise 2 electron to lose. So answer is 2. Okay, then come to boron. In that way boron also, here is the 3 electron, either it takes 5 more electron or to lose 3 electron. As this is the losing of 3 electron easier than gaining 5 electron, so valency of boron also 3. Okay, in that way if you go anywhere, see here, if you go for oxygen, then first draw the oxygen electronic configuration, see here, and as this is 8, as oxygen having atomic number 8, so number of electrons should be 8 and number of protons should be 8. So we have to place the 8 electron as per the rule. So first K cell contains the 2 electron and that next 6 electron contained by that L cells. So K cell is now fulfilled, but that L cell is not fulfilled. If we take another 2 electron from anywhere, now this oxygen should be in octet state or 8, that cell is completed. So oxygen should require 2, or it have to lose that 6 electron which is present in that L cell. So this is better that to take 2 electrons. So valency of oxygen is 2. This is the way to formation of valency in every atom or every element. Okay, then we have to go towards here bond. Okay, we have to just take a shortcut theory about bond. See here, shortcut theory about bond. There is 2 type of bond. One is the mutual bond, another is your sharing bond. First, your mutual bond. Mutual bond is happening in type of mutual bond. Mutual bond means by that bonding each atom gets its octet state. How? Let example your hydrogen having 1 electron, this hydrogen also having 1 electron. If there is a mutual bond, these 2 electron can share the electron of this hydrogen, and this 2 electron can share this the electron of that H. So both H can be shared as the electronic configuration in octet state. So we can write the H2 from this way. Okay, this is the mutual bond. Another is the sharing bond. Sharing bond, we can take the example of our common salt NaCl. NaCl is our sharing bond. Why? As Na is the sodium and Cl as chlorine. Okay, Na is atomic number of Na is 11 and atomic number of chlorine is 17. Okay, so if you go to see the electronic configuration of sodium, this will be in that way. K cell having 2 electron, L cell having 8 electron. Okay, how much? 8 electron, I think 3, 6 to 8, yes. And outer cell having only 1 electron. That means that sodium wants to release that electron, whereas that chlorine, Cl, see here, Cl wants to 2, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and another cell having 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5. Because chlorine is the atomic number is 17, so number of electrons should be 17 and number of protons should be 17. This is the representation of 17. The first cell taking 2, second cell 8, and last cell 7. In that way, 7 is an incomplete cell, so it wants one more electron. So that electron from extra electron from sodium goes to vacant space of chlorine. Now this is combinations. That means that Na is now in oxidation as well as Cl is in oxidation. So that's the final formation of NaCl. Okay, this is all about today's class. I will discuss more about what is cation, anion, how this is Na will be your plus charge, how that Cl will be your next negative charge. We'll discuss later. Okay, thank you. Finally, you have to subscribe my channel and like it, share it. Okay.